Greetings all, Fanny here for Gemini's Daily Oracle Message. Okay, so Gemini, your first card I wanted to point out is Metamorphosis. And I'm not entirely surprised that people are going through that, because with everything that's going on in the world, politically, economically, socially, personally, everything is changing, everything is shifting, and it's about time that we have shifted with it. So there's a deep freeze going on in your system right now. This is allowing you to take the time to pause and reflect on what is and is not in alignment with your energy. What is the intention of your actions? What is the intention of your work? What is the intention of your words? What is the true thought and emotions behind every action that you do? Because that is one of the things that matters most. I'm not going to say that intention is the most important thing, but it is a very powerful thing. So, an odd reference, but for people who like anime, the anime Fairy Tail was actually the first one I ever watched, and it's still to this day one of my favorites. In it, there is a spell called Fairy Law, and the caster has to have the intentions of harming those that their heart sees as an enemy when casting Fairy Law. It's one of the biggest protective spells for the guild itself. The guild's grandson Loxus attempted to cast it when the guild was going through a sort of civil war thing, and the entire guild was fighting itself. Though when Loxus cast Fairy Law, it didn't hurt anyone because he did not truly have the intentions of harming his friends and family. He was just very upset that he was constantly overlooked and overburdened by the fact that he was the guildmaster's grandson. And so while he on the surface had put out there that he wanted to hurt people, the true unconscious part of him did not want to hurt his family and friends, and therefore the spell did not work. So the intention of Loxus in that moment was just freedom, and he did get that and had an incredible redemption arc. But please remember that the intention of what you do going into a situation matters, and so please put thought behind the words that you speak. Flying. Allow yourself to daydream the most mystical and magical things. And most people would say that something like this, a beautiful rainbow or a Pegasus with like butterfly wings, God, that's gorgeous, would not exist. But pay attention to what they're flying over. They're flying over a labyrinth. So, Gemini, if you have been feeling lost in that labyrinth, while all of your cards fly off the table, understand you are a magical map shifter who has everything that they need inside of them to change the direction. And if you don't feel like you do, it is time to educate yourself on the true power of yourself as a soul, as a person, as a being. If you feel called to do certain forms of divination practices, take the time to educate yourself in that. Or maybe it's not even anything to do with education. Your inner compass will guide you to exactly what needs to happen. So please, in these situations, listen to what your body is telling you. If it makes you feel anxious, irritated, and all that, then it probably isn't for you. So pay attention to what your body feels when you are doing those things. Find what makes your heart burst with life and energy. Find what makes you feel the embodiment of love and happiness, and do that with your life. You have magic prayer and spark. This spark in whatever you are trying to do, the actions you are trying to accomplish, the goals you are trying to overcome, it is all going to be beautifully and divinely held because you have the magic prayer, and Spirit is working with you. Spirit is hearing you. They will offer you talismans, things to strengthen you on your journey. But these things are only conduits and aids. The true power comes from you. These cards are just cards if I do not have the attunement to read it. These bracelets are just crystals if I do not have the power to call upon the energy within them to protect me. Talismans are conduits for your power, but never the source of it. You are the source of it, my love. And please remember that you are the source of your power. You are the source of your strength. And if you feel stretched thin, call it back to you. State, Spirit, I call back to me power that I have spent upon the earth. I call back to me the power that I have sent out. You're not stuck in the mud anymore. You're moving. And this movement, this This shift from stagnancy is understandably very frustrating. I had to do something myself just now to shift myself out of that energy, because I am finally having movement, clear physical movement of my dreams and realities, bringing them out into the world, becoming an entrepreneur, becoming an influencer. And it's honestly scary, because I have been in an energy of stagnancy most of the year since I had gotten fired. But this is for the greatest and highest good of myself. This is what I have been working for. This is what I have been coming apart to come back together for. And this is what you're going through yourself, Gemini. So it is okay and perfectly understandable to feel stress and worn thin. But my love, this is an amazing opportunity for you. So please, keep your head held high, feet on the ground, listen to your intuition, and pray to Spirit for what you need, because they are always listening and are always here to provide you with the unconditional love that you have always been worthy of. Yep. Ride the wave you came in on, because it is leading you towards an amazing opportunity where you will meet people that lift up your energy, that want you to succeed, where you will come to the greatest and highest version of yourself that you could have never even imagined, because who you are really meant to be is someone that is so divine and so beautiful. The mundane world cannot understand your shine. They cannot understand that, because you are magic, my love. So come back to who you are. Don't be afraid of this metamorphosis. Don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of coming apart to fall back together. You as a phoenix will rise from the ashes of yourself again and again and again to become the greatest and best version of who you really are. Have a beautiful day, my love.